Hey guys, Diesel Dan back again, doing a DPF service on a 2018 Mack Anthem. I do have the unit out. It is clean. New filter is in. It's all cleaned up, ready to go. I did have a previous video of this apart, but there was no sound, so sorry about that, guys. I'll make another one on the next one I bring in, but I found a couple minor things with this. This was giving me efficiency issues, and I know a lot of guys have been commenting about that, so I want to show you some of the little stuff I found on this that could be contributing to the overall efficiency issue. So every little thing matters with the DPF system, so I'll start with in here the doser valve. Look at the front of that. That is just absolutely horrible. So I got one of these coming. The coolant lines are coming. As you can see, they only go right up to there. I just have a heck of a time getting these to reseal. They always seem to drip on me afterwards, so I just order the line standard now. I took that exhaust pipe out that goes up to the turbo. I take them out all the time to clean them, redo the crushed gaskets, make sure none of my clamps are broken or anything, no leaks. That accordion pipe is leaking. I'll show you that in a second, but I want to show you something else that pipe was doing. It was actually rubbing through my coolant line here. It's actually almost through, so I am changing that. And as anybody known working on a Mac, this connection here is a mother, but I was able to get this one out. The trick I did was I heated this flat, let it sit for a little bit, came back, just give it a little more heat, and it broke free with just an adjustable. So I thought maybe I'd have to cut the pipe and put a socket on it, but and the only reason why I did that is because the front section is unavailable right now, and as you saw in my last video, I have one that's leaking, so I'm hoping they can get me one, but there's no ETA on that at all. So over here we did replace the front inlet nocks. That has been replaced with the original. I got rid of the aftermarket. Like I said, we had a lot of trouble with the aftermarkets last year, so the company opted to get rid of them. New updated differential pressure switch there. There's the number. There's a new hose, new clamp. Do take note that since this pipe is actually smaller diameter than this one, it's a little loose in the bottom. So something that I do is I save one of the little clamps to put on the bottom, and that seems to seal it up better, because you can see there's a little bit of slop there, being that the pipe is such a small diameter and the hose is a bigger diameter. But that's what I've been doing and haven't had any issues. So this hose here is ripped, I noticed, so that's gonna have to be changed out. There's the new coolant pipe that goes around the back of the block, and there's the DPF. Another thing you want to take note of, I had this driver call me a few weeks back. He was doing a park regen and said there's a lot of smoke coming from this unit, and it was because this was all slimed up with grease from the drive shaft. So you might want to take note of that. Watch the build up there from the front U-joint. So I did pull this truck out and pressure washed all this area because it was pretty nasty, especially with the self-greaser system and all that. The grease has really nowhere else to go, so I try to hit it once in a while so it's not too bad. So I'll show you what I found on this side. A couple little things before we go to the exhaust pipe. I made a video about this pipe on a CXU, the last CXU I did. Just a heads up. I tried to put this quick connect. I tried to make both these ends quick connect. This end is not designed for it. If you notice, this lip here for this to lock into is way lower. This one is up here. So yeah, you'll just have to hose clamp this side. That's the side, if you follow it up, it goes right to the block there. So the other one, I don't know why they routed it this way, but let's see if I can get this light without blinding everybody. This line goes up, goes down in the harness, and then if you look through the hose, see the line with the white tag on it? That's it there. Look at the big kink in that thing. And then it goes right to that. Goes right to that T-fitting. This is a T-fitting on this side. The CXU was just a straight fitting. So I will correct this. I don't know if I could save that line. I could probably get it to bend back, but I'm going to address that when I take this side apart, because these coolant lines go to your DPF tank to keep it warm in the wintertime. I did have a truck freeze up this year. It was up in North Dakota. I had to go into a shop and get repaired. So that's why I'm taking a little more better look at those coolant lines going to the tank. You know, it really doesn't get that cold in this area, but it was minus 35 up there, so he did freeze up even though the truck ran all night. He thought it'd be warm enough, but it didn't. It said it was cold up there. So here we are with the exhaust pipe. As you can see, a couple little soot marks here. I got a couple leaks there. This lip is cracked. I don't know if you can see it on this side or not, but and when I degreased it, I had the greaser leaking out of there, as you can see by the stain on the floor. So this accordion pipe's getting replaced, but this is the lip that's cutting that coolant pipe. So I don't know if this has been timed correctly, but as you can see, the new one has a slight bend to it. So when I put it all together, I'll just snug up the clamp so I can still turn everything and make sure everything's in line before I clamp it down and hammer down on all the clamps so it doesn't do that again. So just keep an eye on that. The last thing you guys need is to go in the shop for a stupid coolant leak that could have been avoided. 7th injector is coming, but this is going to be going back in today as soon as I get that coolant pipe to take care of. Just give me a little more room to work. But yeah, we're going to be going back together soon. We do have the inlet knock sensor. The outlet is on back order. One of the other locations has one, so they are shipping me one. So, but I can put that in once the unit's still in. I got to fight with this soot sensor too. I'm having a heck of a time with these here. They just don't want to seem to come out. And you have to be careful because you will rip off the bottom. So I might play with that a little bit today also, see where we're at. But that's where we're at on this DPF service on this Anthem. Any other issues I find, I'll make another part. But I have a bunch of more DPFs coming up, so try to help guys out, answer any questions. If you have any questions, send me a comment. I'll do my best to get back to you, and I'll let you know what I think or anything I can help you out with. Alright guys, to the next one. Thanks.